A few years ago, I did a challenge where each room in my Sims house was a different randomized townie. And over the years, we've done a bunch of different iterations of this challenge, like each room's a different color, or a different pack, or a different occult type. But I feel like for me, nothing is ever gonna top the each room's a different townie challenge, and I don't know why I haven't done it in so long. So I was thinking that today we could revisit that challenge. The rules are quite simple, and I've actually built the shell of the house already. I made this little beach house in Sulani, and the way that it works is that we're gonna spin a wheel to determine what each room's theme should be. So I've kind of divided the house into quite a few rooms. We've got this living room area, I've got a kitchen and dining room area here. This is gonna be an office or something. We've got a bathroom and a hallway. Upstairs there's another hallway, a couple bedrooms, another bathroom, and maybe like a nursery or something. And then I made this wheel with the names of 19 townies on it. It's got more of the iconic ones like the pancakes and Bella Goth, but it's also got some wild cards like Flapjack, who is one of the horses in the horse ranch pack. We've got Daddy Winter and like Judith Ward. So what we'll do is spin this wheel to decide what each room is going to be like, and it's probably gonna be a little bit chaotic. So starting with the living room, it looks like we've got our friend Eliza Pancakes. You know what? I couldn't have asked for a better first option. I don't really know how to explain myself with this, but when I think of Eliza Pancakes, I think of flip-flops. I feel like before I begin, I owe you all a little bit of an explanation of last time that we did this. And by the time we got to Eliza Pancakes last time, I was sort of losing it a little bit. And I made Eliza's room beach themed. Like, I put sand and there was like beach stuff, and that was all inspired by those flip-flop lights. Cause you know how Eliza, what are they called? You know how Eliza wears flip-flops? Maybe you don't, I do. I know that Eliza wears flip-flops. And in my mind, Eliza is extremely well known for these flip-flops. And so what I think I'm gonna do is base the entire room around these flip-flop lights. Hers are purple, and I don't think these have a purple swatch, which is actually quite devastating, but this will have to do. Eliza's got a lot of green going on too with her like green tank top, so maybe I can try and be inspired by that as well. That's actually kind of perfect. Maybe this living room can be like Eliza's big beach day themed. Okay, these lounge chairs are pink, not so much purple, but can those be her flip-flops? Can we pretend that it's her tank top and her purple flip-flops? Do you think you can find sandcastles in debug? Oh, you can get sand mounds. I can get a sandman. Oh, that's perfect actually. And he has purple, so we couldn't have gone better than that. Oh, and he has a purple swatch. Okay. I think I'd also like to get a TV just because that makes this a little bit more functional. Maybe I can use this projector screen because it looks like something that you might find set up outside. And the lights kind of match the vibes as well. We've got lights everywhere in here. I don't really know if anything about this screams Eliza Pancakes. There is a picture of her. Look, 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 we can put this picture of her up on the wall. Oh, that'll be good. Maybe not the cracked version. We can put a regular version. Maybe we put a beach towel as like, oh, can you not size them down? No, really? Oh, I thought you could. Well, I was gonna say we could put a beach towel as like the welcome mat in here, but I don't know if that's gonna be weird. We can still do it. Do you think Eliza Pancakes would have a frog? I might give her a frog and like a couple bottles of sunscreen. Oh, there's this really nice like sunset wallpaper that we could maybe use. There is a photo of her husband if we wanted to hang that up. I don't know if that's too weird or not, but we can try. And then maybe I'll leave this room for now because I'm worried about overdoing it because it does have to be like a walkway as well. So I don't want to put too much and then make it impossible to get around. And then I think next we'll do the kitchen. And speaking of which, I'm gonna take you downstairs to my kitchen in real life for a second to tell you a little bit about the sponsor of today's video. Hello from my real life kitchen where I'm going to open up my little factor box. Oh, can't show you. My little factor box and show you what I got and then maybe make one of them for lunch. So Factor is a meal service that delivers fresh and never frozen dietitian approved meals straight to your doorstep. Here's my haul from this week. I've got a couple blackened tofu. These are vegan mushroom marsala and vegetarian green chili tostada bake. And I figured I would make one of these for lunch while I talk about it and show you what I'm doing. I'm kind of into this blackened tofu idea. One of the things that I like the most about Factor is just how many options they have for whatever your preference or your lifestyle is. Personally, I don't eat meat and they have a ton of vegan and vegetarian options, but they also have stuff for pretty much anybody. It is unbelievably helpful to have easy access to super nutritious meals like this that are ready in like 2 minutes. I just have to microwave this and then I've got a delicious meal ready in like 2 minutes, just like that. It helps take the stress out of meal planning, but also helps you cook when you're maybe too busy to cook, especially with the holidays coming up. A lot of us have a lot going on, so this has been a huge help for me personally. I'm not kidding, by the way. I am literally going to make this right now. My lunch is ready. So if you want to check out Factor for yourself, you can go to factor75.com and use code lilsimsie50 to get 50% off your first order. Thank you again to Factor for sponsoring this video, and I'm gonna go eat my lunch now because this smells really good. All right, we're back, and we've got kind of a weird layout for this room, so I'm thinking that we might want to try and split this into 2 different townies. Maybe we can have this section over here become the kitchen. It's gonna be small, but we can try and do like just this half, and then we'll have this part be the dining room, because then we can fit in more Sims. So we'll start here, I think, and the person that's going to get the little tiny 3x3 kitchen is going to be, oh no. Oh, wait, it's close. Oh, but it's Katrina Caliente. Okay. When I think of Katrina Caliente, I think of red. She's not as bad anymore. That was mean. I don't mean it like that. But they did a little townie refresh, so she doesn't have that fiery red hair anymore. She looks a lot better now, but in my heart, I'm not gonna ever be able to separate the red from Katrina. We do have some interesting and like kind of vibrant red tiles. I don't know if those are a good idea to use. We could tone it down a little bit, because this is more similar to what her real life house looks like, but that's not really the inspiration here, is it? Because it's not like Eliza Pancake's house looks like this. Oh, you know what? This countertop might be perfect. Okay, that actually gives me a good thing to work with. I wonder if we could try and pick like a fun wallpaper for the tile, kind of like this. Because to me, this looks like her house in Oasis Springs, but it also screams Katrina Caliente, at least to the best that it can, considering it's a tiny little square. And she has that blue shirt on, or at least she used to. I don't know if they changed the color. This thing. And there's blue accents. She's like jealous and romantic and family oriented, so I don't really know how to incorporate those things into this kitchen. I think I'll try and just close it off so we can put these columns here to finish off the room. Okay, this is a bit of a stretch, but this void critter has like little flames on it. Can I put some little flames like poking out behind the stove? That's ugly, isn't it? No, I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry. I can give her a fire alarm. Oh, and this thing has a little candle. Maybe that's good. Oh, all of a sudden the kitchen's not functional anymore if I put anything on that counter. We have to be careful. We can't put too much because we have to have an open counter for cooking. Maybe I'll put this thing to symbolize the Caliente name. And maybe that's the room done. There's not much that can be done, but that's good for what we have to work with. And then we'll do the dining room here. And the dining room is going to be inspired by, I don't know, I'm hoping for something that kind of goes with this, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, okay. Bob pancakes. I just did your wife's room. Okay, well that kind of changes things in here. Like for example, I'll probably want to use this pancake poster in this room instead. This actually kind of works for him because Bob Pancakes is a chef. When I picture Bob, I picture his robe, that like red robe that he wears for pajamas. Oh, and there's a picture of Eliza's flip-flops, by the way, just so you take my word for it. But the robe and the coffee mug is kind of where I'm gonna be taking this inspiration from, which is good because that might hopefully kind of match the kitchen a little bit. He's also a slob, so maybe I could put some mess in here. We have like some of the high school years clutter potentially that we could use. It doesn't have to be like a lot of stuff, but it might be nice to just put a couple of things on the ground. Maybe I'll put the pancake picture on this wall because that's like a little bit fancier. Their house in general, him and Eliza have like a very fancy house that they live in. So I'm kind of trying to channel that a little bit. I kind of like it. I think what it's missing is some literal pancakes, but I might wait until we move a sim in at the end and then I'll put pancakes in both of these rooms. But for now, I want to go into the hallway next. This room is kind of boring, so I'm sorry to whoever gets spun for the hallway, but we have to do it. It has to be done. Oh my God, you're kidding. Oh, that was so close. Flapjack is the horse. Summer holiday is just summer holiday. And when I think of her, I think of blue stripes. You know the ones I'm talking about from her little shirt. So I guess that just means I'll put blue stripes in this room. We do have a stripy wallpaper, so we can use that on all the walls. Maybe I'll use this same flooring again so we can have a little bit of continuity. Summer is active, but I don't know what I can do in this hallway to really like sell that. I guess maybe I could put some gym equipment. It does feel like kind of a random addition, but it might be useful to have. Oh, maybe we could get some music too. Some sort of wall speaker might be nice because then they can dance in here also. Unfortunately, the wallpaper is not really as vibrant as her shirt is, so I might add this just to really sell it. And then I don't really know what else to put. I got a thermostat in here because you always need thermostats and I always forget to put them. So we'll put that there so we at least have one somewhere. And then Summer, I think you're done. You don't get much from us. The bathroom is next, and the bathroom is also very small. So we're not gonna get much going on in here, but we can try something. Oh, Father Winter. That's actually kind of cute. Okay, Father Winter themed bathroom. So Daddy Winter in The Sims 4 has like blue on, but I can't separate him from the classic red and green of Christmas that I am accustomed to. So I think for this purpose, I might just go all out with Christmas. We can put some bright red tile everywhere. Maybe I'll get him like a green curtain. I don't know. Oh, there's like these little wintry curtains. Those might be cute. We could also use the garland ones, which might be better. Oh, that's actually way better. Okay, we'll do that. Is that too much? That might be too much. I'll put the wreath on the door. How about that? I'm spending a lot of time and energy trying to make sure this house is functional, thinking about like thermostats and stuff, when in reality, this is a bizarre house and no one is ever going to download this or play in it. I don't know why I'm caring so much. Not a single person here is gonna be like, you know what, I want this house. My legacy challenge Sims, they need a house like this. I don't know if a single person is gonna have that reaction. And yet here I am, still going. Okay, so I'm gonna hang up some garland. Annoyingly, that kind of cuts into the mirror situation, but I guess that's probably fine. Oh no, that is bad. Oh, we can get a little bath mat. That is actually really cute. Ooh, maybe Eliza can have these towels. I didn't even think about that. Oh, she'd like those. This stuff hangs from the ceiling, but that might be a bit too much. Maybe I can put those behind the shower so it's not too busy, but there's still something cute. Or we could use the free garland. Maybe that's better. Because if I do that, I can still put like a mirror over here, which I would like to have. Wow, poor Summer got like nothing. I really didn't care about her, did I? I was like, okay, next. Time to move on. I did not give her what she deserved, but that's okay. I'm sure she'll be fine. I kind of love this bathroom. I think this might be done. I wish that I had pretty garland like this. That would look beautiful. All right, well, there's Daddy Winter's room, and that leaves us with the downstairs office space left. I'm kind of open to making this into anything. It doesn't have to be an office, so if we get like a sim who loves gym stuff, I might make it into a gym. Oh no, it's Geoffrey Landgrab. Okay, let's make it into a money room. A combination office money room. Is the vault too big to fit in here? Yeah, okay. What if I made this bigger just to fit the vault? I actually think that might be worth it, to be honest. I kind of like it. And then we can make the rest into his office. Now, I have no reason to feel the way that I do because Geoffrey is actually like a little bit more chill than Nancy is. He doesn't have any bad traits. He's like family oriented and good. His wife is more so the problem. But the thing is, he's also like the richest man alive in The Sims 4. And so by default, I have this sort of association with him and I can't help it. So I'm kind of thinking like old money, old library vibes in this room. This has nothing to do with his actual Sims 4 behavior and more to do with like my own brain. But this is just how I feel like he is. Wow, isn't it so good how the computers just fall off the edge of this desk? Every time I use this desk, it makes me want to cry. I hate that so much. It's fine. It's fine. I hope I don't get Nancy because I don't know what I'm gonna do for her that's different from this. Can I put a curtain over the door? The white door is throwing me off, so I want to cover it. Okay, and then I want gold bars. Just like a stack of money on his desk. I don't really know what else to do for him. Maybe he could have like another lamp on his desk. Okay, well, other than that, I'm not really sure what else to do for him. I think this is nice, to be honest. It screams rich to me, and that was the goal. So then upstairs now, we've got a handful more rooms. I think we'll start with the hallway. So sorry again to whoever gets spun for this because hallways are boring, but this hallway is going to belong to... No. Okay. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the horse. It's Liberty Lee. It's Liberty Lee. I'm okay with spinning the horse. I just don't want to get a horse for the hallway. Does that make sense? Liberty Lee is okay. When I think of her, I think polka dots, but maybe I'm making that up. Does she have anything polka dot about her? I don't think so. She wears the little chicken shirt with glasses, and she's a bookworm. All right, that might be the inspiration. Chickens and books. Chickens, books, and that ugly purple color. Listen, I'm really sorry for what I'm about to do, but you know how the base game has this like horrible purple color on everything? What if all of her walls were that color? I'll use the same floor too, just so it kind of matches. And then maybe I could get a couple chicken. This is ugly. This is real ugly. Maybe I could put this big chicken on this wall. No, no. Well, maybe. What if we put the big chicken and then we got like the little glasses? Hold on. So it looks kind of like her t-shirt. I don't have any mods installed, so I can't make these like fit the chicken correctly, but that's kind of what her shirt looks like. It's a chicken with glasses. I'm kind of leaning towards using base game bookshelves. This is gonna sound really weird, but because she to me is like such an epitome of base game sim, I'm kind of wanting to use a lot of base game stuff for her room, like classic base game stuff, like this painting, that plant, bookshelves because she's a bookworm. Maybe she could have a little chair too, but like in the horrible purple color. Oh, this is bad. I shouldn't do this. Oh, she has yellow floral pants. Okay, that changes things. All right, well, let me see what I can do with that. I'm really wanting to use this rug, but it doesn't really fit. It's like such a strange shape for this. Maybe I could extend her hallway out a little bit. You can't really tell from the outside, right? Is that cheating? It might be cheating, but oh well. We give her a matchy-matchy sofa. And maybe she can get kind of a fun poster on the wall. No, that's ugly. Oh, how about this pride poster? That actually looks good, and it kind of matches the color scheme a little bit. She also wears flip-flops. Why have I never noticed that before? Well, you know what that means. She's getting flip-flop lights too. The flip-flop lights don't fit anywhere nicely, which is truly devastating. Maybe I'll put them here above the bookshelves. And I'm just trying to think about ways to make this hallway useful for us in gameplay. And I'm actually thinking I might get another TV up here, because this TV functions also as a bookshelf. And then if you actually played here, like say we had all these Sims here, you need an extra TV because there's so many people and there isn't really a couch downstairs. So this will be good to have. And that leaves us next with the hall bathroom again. So we'll start there. And the person who the hall bathroom is going to be inspired by is... No, why does it keep trying to land on Flapjack? Oh my God. Oh wait, it was gonna be a nursery, wasn't it? I've forgotten my own plans. Okay, nursery for a horse. This is Flapjack, by the way. It's Sienna's horse. I don't know. I don't know why I put it on the wheel. I was trying to think of some funny extra options and now I'm kind of regretting it. So I guess we can make the room like horse ranch themed. I think that horse bed, oh no. It's not even big enough for the horse bed. Okay, if I size it down, it fits. And then I guess we can decorate this as if it were a barn. We can just fill it up with barn stuff. Do we have like a horse topiary or like a horse toy or something? Oh, okay, wait. Horse statue. That might work. That might actually work. And then, okay, well, maybe I'll make the horse smaller. It's a baby horse. It has some water in here. I don't know what else to get. Maybe we can have this like iron thing. There's not really a lot of space, so I don't know what else to add. Isn't there, we could just get a picture of some horses. Or wait, does this have better swatches? Ah, not the whole room. Come back. Cause some of these, oh, see, these might be kind of cool to hang up in the barn. Something like one of these. Cause this horse belongs to Sienna, who's like the horse trainer. So Sienna is very talented and probably wins a lot of things. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll just decorate with first place trophies everywhere. We can get one for all of them because you know that she would have them. That's actually not bad at all. I think that kind of sells it, right? You get what we're going for. Maybe I could get like some extra cute barn decor, I don't know. And that can be the horse room. Okay, there you go, Flapjack. You've got your own space. Let's do the bedroom next. This is the primary bedroom. We're kind of running low on rooms. I'm still hoping to get Judith Ward and maybe Vlad. No, 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 boo, boo. Oh my gosh, guys, look, the wheel just spun on its own. That was so weird. Did you see how it just respun by accident? Oh, and it's Agnes Crumplebottom. Wow, first try. It was Agnes the whole time. It was never Nancy. I didn't even see her name there. Anyway, Agnes Crumplebottom. I'm sorry, I don't want to do Nancy's room too, okay? I already did one land grab, and that's enough. Agnes Crumplebottom is one of my favorite Sims of literally all time, so we have to do her justice in here. Some important things to note about her are that she's a grouchy old lady, and she hits people with her purse. So I think for starters, the #1 most important thing for us to do is get her purse out of debug. I think it's in debug, but also I could very easily have scrolled past it. Oh, there it is. No, it's right there. Don't worry, everybody. Maybe she could have some extras too, just in case, you know, they get messed messed up. So I'm thinking for Agnes's room, I'd like to use a lot of the cottage living stuff, like the cottage living bed. I'm thinking that she'd have a lot of florals probably in here. She runs the flower shop in town, so that kind of makes sense. I think it's okay if this room is like relatively ugly, which sounds really weird to say, but we're decorating a bedroom for a grouchy old lady, so we need to kind of channel the old ladiness of it all. I think I'm just gonna line up all her purses on this little table. I'll just get like a pile of them here. The purse is the most important part. That's what makes it really clear that it's her bedroom. This room reminds me of my grandma's house in like the best way possible, and so I think that it's probably very appropriate for Agnes. It's also the least chaotic thing I've done so far. If I wanted to be really bad, I could just cover it with these purses, but I don't think I should do that. I like her too much to do that to her. So I think maybe I'll just call the room there, and then we'll do the bathroom next. We've only got 2 options left, so we've got to make sure these count, and the bathroom is the more boring of the 2. So oh no. The bathroom belongs to Greg, the mysterious scary werewolf from the werewolf pack. So that's really good. This is Greg. You know the guy who lives out in the middle of nowhere in the werewolves world? And he's like violent and everybody always warns you about him. And this is what he looks like in his human form, by the way. But I don't even want to get into that. We're gonna try and decorate the room for this Greg, this scary Greg, and I think it should be a totally destroyed bathroom. I think that's the best way to do this. Definitely a ripped up picture of a vampire in here too. This might be my sign to go get a sim to live here finally, because I want to break all the appliances in there. I'm picturing that he was rampaging and then just like destroyed everything. Nancy, you're gonna have to be the one, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna get some of the cheaper bathroom stuff like this, and then I'll try and make it kind of dirty and gross in here. See, when you have a sim, you can like make dirty and then break the objects, and then look, with the bathroom stuff, it gets real bad real fast. That is absolutely disgusting. Break object, make dirty. Aw, see, that's just what I wanted. Okay, and then we can try and make it darker in here too. Maybe just like one light on the wall or something. Somehow it kind of adds to the grossness when you can't really see anything. Yikes, those scratches are like kind of scary. But I'm gonna cover the wall with these werewolf scratches too. I want it to seem like Greg was rampaging in here. Oh, look at this one of the peeled wallpaper. That's so good. We'll put that around too. Okay, there you go. Hope you like it, Greg. It's beautiful. And then we have just one room left to finish. This is the last bedroom and the last room in general. So no pressure to ever get spun for this one. But the final room is going to belong to, oh, it's gonna be really close between Bella and Dawn. It's Dawn. Do you see the line that it's on? That is tight. I almost want to respin because it looks like it's right in the middle. Maybe I will respin. Not that I care. I would do a room for Dawn. But I mean, if it can be avoided, then we might as well. Oh, again, look at how tight that is. That one is on Nina and Dina. For some reason, the game really, really wants to do the Caliente household. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, in hindsight, I don't want to do their room. Is it so cheaty to spin again? I'm sorry. Oh no, the wheel, it's spinning itself again. That's so weird. Oh, Travis Scott is almost worse. Oh well, you know what? We can't spin a third time. We can't. Travis Scott is the owner of this bedroom. When I think of Travis Scott, I think of his yellow hair. So I'm kind of inspired to do like a yellow bedroom. He's also a geek and like outgoing and stuff. He's in the tech guru career. So maybe I could give him like a gamer room, but yellow? A yellow gamer room? That is disgusting. It's gonna be bright yellow though. And you know how his shirt is kind of like this? I mean, it's not really, but sort of, kinda, just a little bit. Why are we having to do all of these Sims? I did every single person in their house. That's okay. He can have his little bedroom. We'll give him a nice desk. I have never tried to use a bright yellow wallpaper with this bed swatch, but for some reason it like almost kind of works because of the yellow stripe. I'm gonna get him some kind of games poster, maybe something like that in here. And then he can get his little gamer desk over here. We can use a gamer computer, kind of like this curved monitor. And they have so many different kinds of little gamer chairs in this game nowadays. That one's blue and yellow. Oh, ew. Never mind, sorry, that was like university, I didn't like it. I think there might not be a single sim in the entirety of The Sims 4 that I care about less than Travis Scott. I know that sounds really mean to say, but like genuinely, I just am so not interested in him. He's like so boring to me. Well, it's a boring room for a boring guy, and that's all he needs. And I think that's the finished house. Oops, I didn't fix this roof. And then the other thing I wanted to do was put pancakes downstairs. With my luck, she's gonna start a fire. This is a lot of effort for a silly little little joke, but it's gonna be worth it because otherwise this room is boring. We need to have something pancake related. There you go. It's the pancakes dining room and the house is officially finished. So quick tour of the outside. This is the beach house. It's actually, I don't think too bad looking from the exterior. It's the inside where things get really bad. First we had Eliza Pancake's little living room space. I made it flip-flop themed. And then from there we did Katrina Caliente's kitchen. We had Bob Pancake's dining room, Geoffrey Landgrab's office and vault, Summer Holidays hallway and gym. Look at the floating glasses. We'll get to that. This is Daddy Winter's bathroom. And then upstairs we had Liberty Lee's hallway. We had Flapjack the horse's bedroom. I had Travis Scott's bedroom, Agnes Crumplebottom's bedroom, and Greg the werewolf's bathroom. And that was the fully finished build. Thanks again to Factor for sponsoring today's video. If you head over to factor75.com and use the code lilsimsie50, you can get 50% off your first box, and I'm gonna have that link down below for you. If you enjoyed this video, I did a video a couple weeks ago where I did this challenge but with different occult types, so I can link that at the end card for you. And with that, I'm gonna go and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. How did we not spin a single goth this whole time? I got the whole BFF's household, but not a single goth, no Bella, nothing.